a Jewish person that question, they might tell you a pastrami sandwich, a potato latte, a knish. But if you really want to know what is important in Judaism, don't ask a Jewish person. Ask an anti-Semite. The anti-Semites throughout history have always known very clearly what one needs to do to erase Jews and Judaism from the map. Certainly in the Holocaust, when they took away our Jewish names and tattooed numbers on our arms, was an indication of how important our Jewish and Hebrew names are. When it comes to the holiday of Chanukah, the anti-Semites, the Seleucids or Assyrian Greeks at that time, wanted to take away the Jewish people's happiness. Or as we say in Hebrew, sameach, which is happiness in Hebrew, sameach. The word for happiness, sameach, is an acronym for 3 words. And those 3 words, those 3 things, are what the anti-Semite knew were the keys to Jewish continuity and survival. Sameach represents the S for the Sabbath, the M, Milah, for circumcision, and the CH, Kodesh, the Jewish calendar. The Sabbath, circumcision, and the Jewish calendar. The Jewish mantra of, quote, more than the Jews have kept the Sabbath has kept the Jews, end quote, is part of the reason the Jewish people are still here today, while many ancient civilizations have ceased to exist. The Sabbath is more than just a day off. It has always been a moment in time to replenish and reconnect with our loved ones and friends. We know that even God utilized the comforting and refreshing attribute of the Sabbath when he created the world. The Sabbath is intrinsic and organic to our very globe. The Sabbath has been observed in ancient times, in concentration camps, and in contemporary society when texts, phones, websites, and traffic rule the weekday. It has definitely sustained our people's existence and has brought us much happiness. Milah, the circumcision, is our direct covenant with God and binds us to the very first Jew, our patriarch Abraham. It illustrates the very basis of Judaism's connection with the physical and the spiritual. It also is an anatomical focal point of our ancestry and lineage, and it brings attention to the importance of the holiness of relationships and family. Chodesh, the Jewish calendar, is the lifeblood of our holidays and holy days. It is the roadmap of our week, month, and year. It celebrates our spiritual focus and desires while placing them into a physical chart that we can observe and absorb. Without this Jewish GPS, we would be lost, aimlessly trying to navigate our days, hours, our weeks, and months ahead. These 3 things are what the anti-Semites of old endeavored to rip away from the Jewish people. The Chanukah Maccabean revolt of the year 164 BCE, led by Judah and his brothers, was successful in reclaiming and rededicating the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. But certainly just as important, or perhaps even more important than the physical historical battle, was the spiritual battle of the Jewish people rededicating themselves to the Sabbath observance, to the Milah circumcision, and to the celebration of the holidays on the Jewish calendar. In the world today, Chanukah is a reminder for the Jewish people that there is a power beyond the fortitude and holiness of the Israel Defense Forces that are fighting a battle on numerous fronts. The Jewish people need to participate in that spiritual battle by fortifying and arming themselves with prayers, rituals, And third, certainly, the three important items that I have just been delineating. Just like on the holiday of Purim, where the villain, Haman, causes Jews to stand up for themselves and take pride in their religion, the anti-Semites of Hanukkah remind us very specifically what is important in Judaism. The small drop of oil in the Holy Temple's menorah candelabra, lasting for 8 days, is the miracle of Hanukkah. Physics dictates the length of time that the oily excretion of an olive should burn and become extinguished. The physical world has laws that scientifically are definitive. When those laws are defied, and the oil continues to burn beyond rational nature, then the creator of that nature displays his omnipotence. We often are too tied to the physical and the material and become complacent. But our spiritual leaders in liturgy are at the forefront in returning us to our spirituality. And yes, sometimes the anti-Semite can awaken us to what is important in our journey back to the Creator. Just remember, pastrami is certainly delicious, but our sameach, our happiness, is the key to the survival of our souls. Thank you for letting me learn.